Hey guys, they're back in Roblox Rivals, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys some of the best loadouts there is. So basically in Rivals there's just loadouts, which is just one of every weapon, and the first loadout I'm going to be teaching you is really good for the back room, so I'm just going to call it like the back rooms loadout, and it's going to be the RPG or the grenade launcher as your primary. Most people get the RPG, and it might be better, I don't know though. I don't have the grenade launcher, so I don't really know, but I would say I use the RPG and I would say it's pretty good. And then your secondary, you're gonna want to go exogun or slingshot or Uzi or shorty. The top two are definitely gonna be slingshot, and the top one or just number one is gonna be exogun, but you can switch it out if you want. It's really your choice, and most people won't be able to get these, so I'd say go for the Uzi if you can't get these, but you could always save up your keys, you know. And then for your melee, you're gonna want to go trowel or chainsaw. Chainsaw because in the back rooms people can't run away, and trowel just to cover up some of the like walls and just like doors, since there's like a roof, so people can't like go over it really. So yeah, and I guess you could hide in corners and use it, spam the trowel with like your teammates if they haven't. People won't be able to get to you. I've had gone against people like that, and it's super annoying and impossible to get to. And then for your utility, you're gonna want to go subspace strip mine, med kit, or smoke grenade. Sorry, I messed it up. Not smoke grenade, or Molotov, subspace strip mine, or med kit. The top one is probably Molotov and subspace strip mine. I like the subspace strip mine. Most people are gonna say the Molotov is better, but it's really easy to get people with the subspace strip mine at 5v5s in the back rooms, or just like 3v3s, 4v4s. So I think the subspace strip mine is pretty good, and you could still get people with it in like 1v1s and 2v2s, and there's ways to bait people into it, and it deals just tons of damage. So I think it's really good, but a lot of people can't get it, so I would say the Molotov. The Molotov, you just throw it and then it just does like bursts into flames, and then it just burns people, and it does good damage since they can't escape it really, and you're most likely going to hit them because there's only a couple entrances and exits through every like walls and stuff like that, or rooms. So yeah, that's the back rooms pack basically. And then the next the loadout. The next loadout I would say, or just like thing, I don't know what you want to call it, this pack or loadout, I would say you're gonna want to go with the sniper first. So this I'm just gonna call, like, people call this like the hacker loadout because people like the hackers use this loadout, but it's just a good loadout in general. So I'm gonna say use the sniper with I think it's the exo gun. I'm not sure though, it could be the revolver. So you could, but most people can't get the exo gun again, so I would say go revolver and with the sniper, or you could always go like something else. I don't think this one matters that much, but you could go with Uzi, probably revolver and Uzi, and then X are gonna be the top three for your secondary. And then for your melee, you're gonna want to go trowel. So you could do a few different things. Trowel if you want to like hide behind the wall, you just want to camp somewhere, and katana if you want to charge in more, but you're most likely going to camp more since you have a sniper, but you could always still charge in a little, so you could get the katana, but most people can't use the trowel, so get the katana. Or you could go the scythe, but like the scythe, it's only really good in arena map, like, and at that point I still think you can also use katana, so I wouldn't say the scythe. Like the scythe probably at the bottom of the list, probably trowel, katana, then scythe. And then after that, I'm actually not sure what's supposed to be with this one, but I'm pretty sure you can use the med kit mainly is what you're supposed to use, but it could be something else. I'm pretty sure it's the med kit though. And then most people can't get this, so there's really no replacement for the med kit. It's like its own thing, there's nothing close to it, so I would say go with anything really that you can, like whatever you think is best for you, just like you use the most. So yeah, and then basically that's gonna be like the entire like hacker loadout or just sniper loadout. And then the next loadout I'm gonna go over is the classic loadout, and I do not mean the starter loadout, like that's another loadout. I mean the classic loadout. So most people won't be able to get this, but it's a pretty good loadout, and you can only use it in certain maps. Like it's good in arena map and crossroads, and mainly in 1v1s, but you're gonna need to buy the classic pack, and then you can get the classic loadout. So you get the paintball gun, the slingshot, the trowel, and the subspace strip mine. This is a good one in 1v1s usually, because it's good in crossroads because you can use the substrate mine in the tunnel and then just wait for people to fall for it, or if people just run through the tunnel, they'll maybe fall for it. Usually they will because it's not that wide, but some people can avoid it. Paintball gun sets to 1v1 and it just doesn't have that much ammo, but it deals good damage. Slingshot if you need that quick extra damage and if people are hiding in corners, and then trowel to hide behind a wall whenever you need it, or to use it for movement because you can like hit the wall like and make it solid, so you could use it as like stairs or something. So yeah, that's the classic loadout. And the next loadout I'm going to say honestly is the starter loadout. The starter loadout is pretty good. Like, people say this game is pay to win when it's really not. It's just the person using the gun. Like, it's not the gun. It's a pretty balanced game. So yeah, I would say the starter loadout's still good, and the starter loadout is the assault rifle, handgun. Well, what is the next one? Fist, and then grenade. So that's the little starter loadout right there, and it's honestly good because the assault rifle, you know, gets all the good damage in, and then the handgun, you know, deals that backup damage, or just like if you can click really fast when it's actually over people, it's really good by itself. So you could deal that good extra damage, and it doesn't have high ammo, so the assault rifle deals like the high ammo. You can waste it away. And then you use your fist for movement because you can double jump. I should probably take this wrap off of it, because when you have a wrap on your fists tend to like look weird on other people's screen. On your screen it doesn't, but on everyone else's it does. And then I would say with that it goes with the grenade then, and then after, so you use the grenade like to like get people out of corners and stuff, or you can use it to grenade jump, you know, get in that good movement. But you don't really need to grenade jump unless you're in like arena or something, because most of the maps are too big to be grenade jumping. Like, there's zero reason of it. You're gonna use your fists instead. And that's just a couple loadouts, but yeah, I'll go over more right now. But yeah, the starter loadout is still really good. Like, I don't know why people say this game is pay to win. It's a balanced game pretty much, and I would say the only unfair weapon is like the slingshot maybe, or the exo gun, because the slingshot can bounce off walls, but they really heavily nerfed it. So yeah, and the starter loadout though is still good. Like, you could win with it easily. Like, it has all the stuff you need. So yeah, that's really a good loadout right there. And then another loadout you can use for arena map that's good, I would say, is like the shotgun. So people use the shotgun with it, and then you got a couple of choices here. You could use like the Uzi, you could use the slingshot, or you could just like hope that you hit every shot, because these both have low ammo, and go with revolver. Don't go with the shorty most of the time, because like the shorty just has too wide of a spread. Like, the shotgun spread isn't even that bad, but the shorty spread is just really bad, so I wouldn't say use it that much. But you could always use it if you want. You could always change around these loadouts. These are just like the main thing, but you could always change it around. And then after that, you're gonna want to go with like katana. I think katana is really good for arena map, because people like tend to charge in a lot and start shooting, but they don't actually look at what people are holding out. So I would say the katana is really good to get in the extra damage, but you could also use scythe. And then after that, you want to go like medkit probably, or grenade. So yeah, I don't know what to call this one. Maybe like just the arena loadout, I don't know. And then I'm gonna do the next one. It's gonna be called the 5v5 loadout, and this is probably gonna be the last one I say. So the 5v5 loadout, you're probably gonna want to go sniper. So sniper, because you can hit headshots if you know how, and it's not a gun that costs a ton like these, or costs Robux. The sniper is just a good one, and if you know how to hit headshots, it's really good. But if you can't do sniper for 5v5s, use the assault rifle. Don't use other things. Unless you're in back rooms, don't use the RPG. Or like arena map, I guess you could try it, but try to use assault rifle and sniper in any bigger map. Like big crossroads, there's a strategy. I'll go over that next. The strategy I use for big crossroads in 5v5s, but then sniper, and then you want to go revolver or Uzi. Mainly Uzi probably, because this is a 5v5, so you need more ammo. And then after that, you want to go scythe, because you're in a 5v5. You're not trying to charge in, because if you charge in, yes, you're gonna deal some damage back with the katana, but you're gonna need the scythe, because you're gonna need to be hiding a lot from the people. There's like 5 people, and if your team's not doing good, you need to hide. Like, you can't just say, people can't be saying you're a hider when you actually need to hide. So then the katana is not going to do that good. You could use it in the trowel too, but I would say the scythe is the top one for this. And then the Molotov. The Molotov, because it's better than the grenade, I would say. And then the Molotov, you could just throw it like in construction map. You could throw it all the way across and just hit everybody over there. It doesn't explode like the grenade before it gets over there. Like the grenade can make it all the way across in construction map, but I wouldn't say to use it. And then the grenade can't go that far on bigger maps too, like big crossroads. So I'd say the Molotov. And then the strategy I use, or just loadout I use for big crossroads, so I guess I could call this like my loadout for big crossroads, I don't know. But the loadout I use for big crossroads is assault rifle, slingshot. Okay, so you don't have to use a slingshot, but I use it because I don't have the exo gun. Like I can afford it, but I just don't get it. So the slingshot, I use that because I have it. So what I do is I then use the trowel, and so what I do is I place a wall. Like there's just like the castle place that if you go to the top of like the black stairs or whatever, there's a nice big platform up there. So I get the trowel, I get my assault rifle out, and I just start shooting and hiding behind it, and then I use the med kit so I can just heal if people start shooting back at me. I usually deal good damage off this. And I would also say big crossroads is probably the one fair map because there's no roof, it's not tons of places to hide, there's not too much ground to cover, but there's still a very big amount. And then it's pretty good though. And then yeah, this is just the loadout I use the trowel to hide, but yeah, you might not be able to get some of this stuff, but this is just the loadout I use for big crossroads. You don't have to use this loadout. And the loadout I just use in general for like most maps is probably assault rifle, slingshot, katana or trowel, and then I switch stuff out a lot, like medkit a lot for self-space strip mine and grenade. I switch these threes out a lot. So yeah, that's what I use just in general as my loadout. And then, but yeah, all the other loadouts I recommended were pretty good. And yeah, my loadout, I just like to use it. I don't have the sniper, so yeah, some of the loadouts need the sniper, and I don't know if I'd be any good with the sniper or not, so yeah, I just don't use it. But I could buy it, but it's just keys are not the easiest thing to get, but they're not that hard either. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of my video. Subscribe to help the channel. Bye.